Hello everyone and welcome to another new episode of Bryce Talk Show, the first episode of 2024. I hope everybody's having a happy new year. This will actually be a new episode for the year, and the next episode will be the last episode of season 4. So next episode will be the finale, and then we'll hit season 5. So, anyway. So, today I'm going to be talking about my recent trip to Florida again, and then I'm going to, we're talking about New Year. We're also, talking about what it was like when I came back, when I returned that Sunday, and then what's been going on since. And so that's what we're going to be talking about here. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you for 397 subscribers. We need 3 more to hit 400, baby! So, thanks for that. And now we get on with this episode. Now, I was in Grandma's house. I came because we had a little get-together on Christmas Eve. My aunt and my cousins came, so we had a little get-together. And I came home to my parents, and we went to Florida later on in the night. First of the night was just getting ready because we were getting ready to leave. Leave about 7:50. Whatever it is, get to Fort Myers, drive into Punta Gorda, as we always do. And it was pretty decent. There were some cool days, some cold days, but there were some pretty good days with sun and everything else. Christmas Day was questionable. It rained for the past 6 hours. As soon as 9 o'clock, and then just started raining until 4. It didn't stop. It started for a long time. It was geez, is it going to rain the whole day or what? But it did. Well, it cleared out around 4 o'clock, and then it rained at 10:30. And I recorded a lot of radio when I was there, 102.5 The Bone, of course. That thing is cool. That station is a dope station from Tampa Bay. Sunny 106.3, and a little bit of Wild 94.1, because I can get that in Punta Gorda from Tampa Bay, but the signal isn't as good if you're driving, probably. And some stuff on AM too, and shortwave. So just a lot of cool stuff there with that. Also, I thought it'd be cool to get in a hot tub, while it was raining, but it stopped raining, so I'm that sucks. So no hot tub in the rain. Funny. Now we visit Marco Island the next day, the day of the 26th, and the beach was quite rocky. What I mean by that, there's shells all over the entry into the ocean and the beach, and then you get in there. There's so many little things lying around. Luckily, it didn't feel like you're cutting your feet in half. And the waves were crazy. If y'all remember watching that video I put out Tuesday night, it was pretty good. But the waves are crazy, and which made it kind of fun. Except that I'm trying to look for more shells to collect and take home, which I haven't put in my jar yet because that big jar I have up here is too full for that. So I had to put it in some cup for now, because I think that jar is way too full from the past 4 years of shells that I've transported back home. So we're trying to get something better and bigger, because I ain't gonna be able to fit them shells in there anytime soon. So as of now, right now they're in a cup. So it was sunny for a little bit there, and then it fogged up and it was cloudy for most of the day, and then finally went sunny, and it was pretty good. We were there for 12 to 4 o'clock, so about a good 4 hours. And of course, it takes a good hour to get there from Punta Gorda to Marco. So we thought we would leave to go to Marco early, but since it was cool, we thought we'd let it warm up, so we'd leave around 10 o'clock. When we actually shot the Marshalls, we hit Naples. So we kind of got around there around noon. We hit Marco Island, and then we left about 4 o'clock because it's going to take an hour to get back to where we stayed. So, of course, listen to more of the radio. We hit the Miramar outlets the next day. Still a nice little place. I think it was kind of more of a bust when it comes to buying stuff. Still nice when it comes to the store and everything, but there wasn't a lot of stuff that seemed of interest to buy this year. I mean, I got something new out of Hollister, but that was about it. So that made it a pretty good Wednesday. And, I just tried to absorb the sun because there's a water fountains and there's places to sit outside. And I know I was going to have to do it because the next few days are going to be cooler in the 60s every day. So, that's what I did. I mean, we were out there for quite a while, and then we hit the P.F. Chang's, which is pretty good. The place is pretty nice. And then we had it for like a late lunch since we were out running around. So, and then I decided Wednesday night I would get in the pool even though it was cool because, well, at least the water was warmer in the air and we have the hot tub, so not everything is bad about that. And I know it was kind of crazy because I'm like, I don't know why I would get in the pool like it's mid-60s, but I mean, the pool is warmer than the air, I can tell you that, but boy, definitely cool getting out because it was bad. Thursday it rained pretty much all morning till about 1 o'clock, and then it cleared up finally, and then I went in the pool, and then girls joined me. Mother and sister joined, and everybody else joined me in getting in. And then hit the hot tub for an hour. Well, no, about a half hour probably. Because I got out, and it was cool because I got out. And of course, making crazy waves with toes. What I usually notice is with the more bubbles you have, the more waves it splashes out more water. It sprays it like crazy. And all the water splashes out of there like you have no idea. We got ready because we were going to head to Fisherman's Village that night. Still a nice place. Been there plenty of times. Place is always decorated for the holidays, especially at this time of year. They've always got stuff. They got the shark back in there and everything else is in there. They just put up a Grinch and a Frosty the Snowman that's bigger than my head probably. And they got all this cool stuff, that looks decorated for the season. Of course, the girls want to shop because they got the small stores. They're really small shops, nothing big. They're all small little areas to shop in. Then we hit the Village Brood House, and it's quite funny because we always listen to people sing and perform there because they got a stage in there close to there. And this guy, I don't know if he was either drunk or he had false teeth or whatever it was, but I was laughing my ass off because he was singing like he had no idea. Like, some of the things he didn't do good, and then he was doing some weren't so good, and then hearing the other people laugh kind of made it even more funny. So we kind of just went on and just laughed because it was just it was quite funny. They were making fun of him and then laughing. But yeah, usually there's a lot of performances that go down there, whether at the bay, the beach, or at the brood house. But there's always someone in there at any time of the day. So I'd say if you're into that stuff, then that's one thing you ought to check out. And then the good news is the Browns end up winning the playoffs. I need to watch that. That was a great one. Browns playing. They're going to play the Bengals this weekend. That'll be great. We need to beat them Bengals. Who they going to beat them Bengals? The Browns going to beat them, baby. So, if everything goes well, then they'll be advancing on. And I was thinking about as soon as they were winning the playoffs, I thought, I don't even know the last time the Brownies actually did win a playoff win. Probably a long time. Because usually that's something that, usually it's someone else. But there's a lot of games on. So, now Friday we check out this new resort they built over in Punta Gorda. It's like a hotel and a resort. It's called the Sunseekers. So if anyone's in the area, you might, if anyone goes in the area this year at any time, you'll see this new little resort and hotel. It's new. They just opened it 3 weeks ago, December 15th, so it's really new. They got a hotel, they got a tiki bar with a guy singing, so that'll be fun while drinking, while listening. And, Food was good. They had a food court. I had the buffalo chicken, and that smelled. I could smell it even before I ate it because that's how spicy it was. And it was pretty good there. Listen to little Drew Garabo live on the Bone, 102.5 The Bone. And his shows at 2 p.m. to 6. Great show as always. And then, I decided I'd hit the hot tub and then jump in the pool for whatever reason. And it, it was pretty crazy. It was one crazy thing. And you wouldn't believe it because of how big it is. Our last full day was Saturday because, we left Sunday. So Saturday we spent our day at Tropical Breeze because there's that putt-putting or mini golf. It's the longest hole ever so far, 18 holes. If you haven't seen it, I put a video out last year when I went. Because I went out last year and did this too. It's 18 holes. It's the longest so far. And it was quite packed. A lot of people were coming to play today. So I thought, well, that's good. They'll play. I didn't have to wait on them, but, And they kind of sucked, too. It was, overcast. It wasn't always. It was kind of rainy and... Not rainy, but, it did drizzle, but it was overcast, cloudy. But better than the old dump that we know is Ohio, and it's 33 as soon as we get home the next day. But yeah, I then that, and we had to lunch out, another late lunch because we were out doing the putt-putt, and gosh knows that takes like a good hour because that's 18 holes, so that'll be a while. But we were doing it like how we do it because it was pretty good when we go do all that. But the night was just kind of getting ready because we were going to leave the next day and listen to more of the radio and a lot more games. And, so many games Saturday and Friday, which Buckeyes can't even beat Missouri. So if you can't beat Missouri, I don't call it Missouri. If you can't beat them, I don't know what they were playing like. They were playing like an old middle school, high school football team. That's basically what it was like. It was like watching a high school football game. That's how bad they were playing that Friday night. But Saturday night when the Cowboys were winning, and that was one heck of a game too. At least before we left Sunday, it was pretty beautiful. It was beautiful, at least enough to be out. It was cool in the morning because it was like in the 40s, but it warmed up to be a good day for us being around, out and about. Because we left the house about 10. Hit one of the malls and then Five Guys, which is running the Coconut Point around there. Little place I ate outside. Had a big old burger. It was quite nice because I tried to absorb the sun before I head back to the dump. So, girls did their shopping. I had shopped a lot as is in Florida anyway. Got stuff I needed. So the girls went and did their shopping. I was in the car. We had there in the airport like by 2 o'clock to 2:45, which is a little too early if you're leaving like at 4:45 or 5 o'clock, which is what we were doing. But you never know with the security lines. It wasn't bad at all, but so we get back to the dump, and we actually leave, and we get there, and as always, the day sucked. New Year's Eve night sucked. So when I got there, my first of all, I want to say my video, the TikTok compilation video that I had set up, premiered that night, and that was a pretty cool video. The only mistake I made was I had one of the videos twice on there. That's the only mistake I did, but did pretty good turnout. Premiered like 7:30, so. And then I had my Pan Express, and then, yeah. But the night pretty much sucked. New Year's Eve, I was home. I'd rather be, there's so many big parties there, club parties that I'd be in, but no, I was home in a bed, with my parents all night, and I just spent a week with them in Florida. But, Monday was pretty lazy. The girls wanted to go to Easton. I'm like, you just shop all day in Florida. You did all this stuff. What are you doing shopping again? I mean, gosh knows how many times you've been in the mall so many times. So they went to Easton and all this stuff. And yesterday my big old bike came. And it was the one that I did a drive test on last year that two people could sit on it. One would be guiding it around and I'd be pedaling it. And, it came around almost about 5 o'clock last night. And so, I gotta put a video about that. Because I did a video of the GoPro. I had to put a vlog on the YouTube about that. But, it came in there. Mom was like, I'll do a drive test on this thing. I'm like, you want to do it in this friggin' yucky dump? Cold, why would you want to go do that? I mean, I came outside, I had like a hat, I had a freaking hood on it, obviously. Everything was all bundled up, it was yucky. And I had my GoPro, I'm like, how am I going to fit this freaking GoPro camera on there? I have so much stuff. But I got it on here. And then, of course, I was hanging out with my bro Dane on Team Talk, yesterday and today. So, that in itself was pretty good then, but not the best times when you come back home. I mean, it did a little rain and a little flurries there a little bit when we came, and I knew it was going to happen because I've been looking to see what it would be like when I returned. So, I mean, I kind of knew that this is what it was going to be like. So, that's great. I think. So, then today I'm making this Bryce talk show. I did hang out with Dane and everybody on Team Talk. So, did screw around with 11 Labs last night too, I like that. So that's kind of like what it's been like in Florida and what it was like when I came back home from Florida. And I also made a slideshow for my Florida trip as well, so I'll link that below in the description if you haven't seen it. It's pretty cool, about a good 8 minutes, nothing too crazy. And if you haven't watched the compilation video for TikTok, I'll link that below too, because that was pretty fun to do. That was pretty fun. So, that's what it's been for me most of the day. And making this episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode, first episode of 24. The next episode will be the finale of the season, then we'll go to season 5, episode 1. And we'll do that. And then I'm going to put more radio recordings. I got a lot of more stuff in Florida, and I might put stuff from Ohio and stuff. I got to get those recordings set up. So, and if you enjoyed, please subscribe and get me up to 400, because I only need 3 more and I'm back up to 400. Thank you for listening, and I'll catch up on the next video. Peace.